Hello students, welcome to my channel Learning History Made Easy. In today's video, we will be seeing the political science topic Youth Leadership in Indian Politics. Before going to the video, if anyone is seeing the channel for the first time or if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and share it with your friends, and also click the bell button to receive notifications whenever I upload new video. So without wasting time, let us go into the video. So today's video is about youth leadership in Indian politics. So in India, universal adult suffrage is provided for both men and women belonging to all caste, color, religion, language, etc. So universal adult suffrage, that is universal adult franchise, is provided for both men and women belonging to all caste, color, religion, language, etc. There is no discrimination. Everyone has the right to vote. Democratic principles are not just found in our constitution, but basically its values are enshrined in our people. So India is a democracy, and the principles of democracy are not just found in the constitution, but it is enshrined in the people. Registration of new voters is a continuous process. New voters will be registered continuously. It keeps on going on. It keeps going on. That is a continuous process. That is registration of new voters. As franchisee brings a voice to voters in democracy, due care must be taken to the enrollment of women and youth. So the new registration of voters is a continuous process, but utmost care should be provided for the enrollment of women and youth in this voters list. Karnataka recorded more than 71% polling in 2013 in assembly elections, which was the highest in 35 years. During the assembly elections of 2013, Karnataka recorded a voting percentage of more than 71%. That was the highest in 35 years. So 71% of people came to cast their votes. So it is said that that is the highest in 35 years. As per 61st Amendment of the Constitution, voting age was reduced to 18 years. Before it was 21. Then voting age was reduced to 18 years as per the 61st Amendment, and this was done in 1986 when Sri Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister. During the Prime Ministership of Sri Rajiv Gandhi in 1986, the voting age was reduced from 21 to 18 years. With the reduction in voting age, the size of the electorate increased. So the number of voters increased with this voting age reduction, providing an opportunity to younger generation to participate in choosing their representatives. This resulted in the participation of more younger generation in choosing their representatives. The country that respects the will of the youth can bring new thinking in all walks of life, including politics. So India became a country which respects the will of the youth, the opinion of the youth. Now, youth have the courage and capacity to understand the burning issues like boundary issue, language issue, river water issue, etc. So the youth are having a much more courage and capacity to understand all these current issues. The honest involvement of youth in politics, being away from violence, is a need of the hour to strengthen the system. So the involvement of youth is very important, but they should be away from violence, and that becomes the need of the hour. Now, what are the hurdles for the youth to come into politics? The entry of youth to politics is curbed by systematic suppression. So there is a systematic suppression, that there is a systematic group of people who reduce the opportunity of the youth to come into politics, reduce the entry of youth into politics. They do not exercise their franchise because of the political apathy. Women, who constitute more than half of the total population, do not adequately represent either in national or state politics because of male domination and influence. The same case is regarding the women. The women constitute more than half of the total population, but their representation is not adequate. either in national politics or state politics. Why does this happen? This is happening mainly due to male domination and influence. So these are the some of the hurdles. Now, how will we engage the youth into politics? Election Commission of India is extending its constitutional jurisdiction in involving a large number of youth through enumerating them in electoral roll by adding pride to their personality and national building. Now, Election Commission is trying to extend the constitutional jurisdiction to involve more youth into politics. They are enumerating more youth in the electoral rolls. More youth are being represented, or they are being enrolled in the electoral roll. So, electronic media and print media are playing a significant role in popularizing the franchisee. So, electronic and print media also plays a major role in popularizing the franchisee of the youth. By conducting rallies, seminars and discussions, youth are being attracted towards democratic process. So, many rallies are conducted, seminars are conducted, or discussions are being held in colleges and institutions. Through all these, the youth is being attracted towards the democratic process. The 25th of January is celebrated as Voters' Day every year. Every year this day, the people conduct many programs to make the youth understand the importance of casting their vote. This helps in increasing the percentage of voting. So next, youth against corruption. Corruption is widespread all over the world. We all know that all over the world corruption is widespread. There is a mention in Kautilya's Arthashastra about corruption. Kautilya mentioned about corruption in his work Arthashastra. Bribery, extortion, nepotism, etc. are some of the words which are used on par with corruption. Instead of corruption, the words used bribery, extortion, nepotism, all are used on par with corruption. Corruption is derived from the Latin word rompere, meaning to break. So, from where did the word corruption come? The word corruption comes from the Latin word rompere, meaning to break. It means corruption is where the law is clearly broken. So, to break means to break what? To break the law. So, where does corruption happens? When the law is broken, corruption happens. So, it means corruption is where the law is clearly broken. According to Ram Ahuja, the use of public power for private profit in the way that constitute a breach of law or a deviation from the norms of society is corruption. So, another explanation regarding corruption is the use of public power. Public power may be politicians or administrators, the use of public power for private profit or personal profit in the way that constitute a breach of law or the breaking of law or a deviation from the norms or rules of society is corruption. Independent India has seen a number of scams involving billions of rupees of public money, example the Bofors case, share deal, stamp paper deal, etc. In spite of all these, corruption persists in all walks of life. Corruption persists in all walks of life. Now, what are the ways in which this corruption can be controlled? So, first thing is education. Formal and informal education has to encompass not only curricular base but also values of life. So, when we are giving education, formal education or informal education, that should give the values of life. It should be not only the curricular basis, it should also give the values of life. School, colleges and universities should focus to motivate the students and teachers to awaken against corruption. Schools, colleges, universities should make the people understand the problems of corruption and motivate the students and teachers to fight against corruption. As Kothari Commission rightly observed, the destiny of a nation is shaped in the classroom. So, from the classroom, the destiny of a nation is based. So, all these can be done through the schools, colleges and universities. So, that is how education can help in controlling the corruption. Second, morality. Gandhiji once said, "On this earth there is enough for everyone's need, not for greed." This is a very meaningful statement. Gandhiji once said that on this earth there is enough and more things for everyone's need, but not for greed. So the youth of the country should be utilized to build a strong idea against corruption. So the morality of the youth of the country should be used to build a strong India to fight against corruption. Next one, means and ends. By adopting democratic values, maintaining transparency, following peaceful ways and tolerance, respecting elders, youth have to fight against corruption. There are many ways in which youth can fight against corruption. They have to adopt democratic value, they have to follow or maintain transparency, peaceful ways, tolerance, respecting elders. In all these ways, youth can fight against corruption. Next, role models. Swami Vivekananda said to the youth, "Awake, arise and stop not until the goal is reached." So that is a very important statement of Swami Vivekananda. Awake, arise and stop not till the goal is reached. So youth can get motivation from all these role models like Swami Vivekananda, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, etc. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam asked the youth to get good education, be a better human being through eradicating corruption and attaining the best governance. So all these role models also helps. Youth movement. Loknayak Jayaprakash Narayan inspired the youth during 1970s to revolt against corrupt administration. So there are many youth movements which can fight against corruption. Loknayak Jayaprakash Narayan inspired the youth during 1970 to fight against corrupt administration. During 1980s, All Assam Students Union AASU fought against the corrupt administration which had threatened the northeastern states. Anti-corruption movement gathered momentum when Sri Anna Hazare kick-started the movement and gave a call to the youth to join. So all these kind of youth movements also help in fighting against corruption. The overall effect of the youth movement against corruption have resulted in the creation of institution of Lokpal, passing of the acts of right to information, right to education, etc. So overall, these youth movement have helped in fighting against corruption. This has resulted in creation of institution of Lokpal, the passing of acts of right to information, right to education, etc. Anti-corruption movement. So as I told, when Sri Anna Hazare kick-started the movement, he gave the call to the youth to join him to fight against corruption. Now all these were the different methods in which the youth can fight against corruption. They can fight against corruption through education, they can fight through youth movement, they can follow their role models, means and ends, morality, etc. So now let us see some question answers regarding this topic. Which is the root word of corruption? The root word of corruption is a Latin word rompere, meaning to break the law. Expand IAC, India Against Corruption. Who said, "On earth there is enough for everyone's need but not for greed"? Mahatma Gandhi. What is corruption? The use of public power for private profit in the way that constitute a breach of law or deviation from the norms of society is called as corruption. So I hope you have understood all these points very clearly. In case of any doubt, you can ask in the comment section, and also don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Your likes and shares will be of a great encouragement for me to make more and more videos. I hope to see you all soon in the coming video. Thank you for watching.